So, hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be giving the messages for you today. These are general messages, so take them as they resonate and leave them if they don't. If they don't force them to fit. There are plenty of other wonderful readers on YouTube that just might resonate more with you at this time. This is for Sag Suns and those with very strong or significant Sagittarius placements in their chart. If you know what house Sagittarius rules and what's in there, it might be able to give you some really specific insights into certain areas of your life, okay? For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I do not sugarcoat my messages and I have no filter, so if that is not your thing, or you have children around, or you just don't appreciate that kind of a message, I'm always very respectful of that, and I give you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, Sag, we are getting into your September energies. So I'm using my Icarus Tarot. I'm also using my Naked Heart Tarot and my Sacred Rebel Oracle. All right? So, Spirit, please, for our beautiful Sagittarius and Sagittarian energies. What is the milestone archetypal energy for the month of September? What is their milestone? What is the archetypal milestone for Sag? All right. So we got the Judgment card. Sag. I'm getting this milestone that you're moving through is because the Judgment is symbolically depicted as a resurrection, a greeting, right, of the oversoul. What this milestone archetypal energy is that you're passing through for September is the resurrection of the child within the adult self, okay? The child within the adult self. You're rebirthing the innocent brilliance of the inner child that knows that in knowing and assuming and wanting nothing, it receives everything, right? It receives everything. So that being the archetypal energy, right? The overall milestone that you're moving through. What does that look like? Let's get details. Sag, what does your September look like? What else? What else? Because this is awesome, the way I'm picking this up. Okay. Is there more? No. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot, Cancerian energy. Okay, so you may have significant Cancer placements in your chart. It could just be what's going on in Cancer right now with Venus in there and Kronos in there and all the heavy aspects to Capricorn that Venus is going to be moving throughout the month of September that might be affecting you. But the bottom of the deck is the Chariot, and so the underlying goal, right, of your spirit, the underlying goal of the divine is to push you towards miracle, right? Miracle and divine intervention on your behalf in the highest good, especially if you're dealing with third-party situations or you're welcoming in abundance, right? If you are moving towards, wow, my heart chakra feels like it's spinning out of my chest. If you're moving towards an overflow of joy and playfulness with the universe, it's like an unlocking. And Sag has had an incredible month last month. For August, you know, it was a huge portal energy, and so I feel like if we're going from the portal, it's like going through the birth canal, you know what I mean, where you are literally bringing in something into your reality that is divine and very, very filling. Okay, I'm reading this as very, very filling. It comes out, right, the cards I got here, we've got the Innocence of Wands. So you could be dealing with a youth because innocents or pages, you know, princesses are usually a youth, so it could be a child, it could just simply be someone younger than you. It's also Phoenix energy, which, you know, Judgment is a scorpionic card, so just depending on what your scorpionic energy is, you know, that you're transcending and coming out of, this could be a complete Phoenix rising moment where you're reinventing yourself, right? Where that inner child, that spiritual aspect, right? Because Wands is fire, it's spirit energy, is reinventing itself and rebirthing itself. What comes next with the Death card and the Three of Swords? This is the transformation of heartbreak. This is the transformation and death to the thoughts that create your fall, right? This is energy that's, and you can see the cycles, right, with the moon. It's almost as if the cycles of this heartbreak, right, is what's really transforming. There's the skeleton, right? In this deck, it's a completely different deck. This skeleton reaching out of this white rose, which is the birth of innocence, the beauty and gratitude of all that is innocent and light, right? Pure, unconditional love. You're reaching, blooming out of this unconditionally loving, pure state and transforming these cycles, and it's ending heartbreak. It's ending the ancestral patterns with the crow here. It's ending the ancestral thought patterns that hurt you, right? This is huge. And with the Four of Coins clarified by the Sage or the Hierophant in the reverse, if you were holding on to control on a higher contract, or if there was a certain, this is the way it wants to come out, okay? Go back like 10 seconds and not listen to that, what I just said. This is the way it wants to come out. If you were holding on to a certain fate, right? Because the Sage talks about the Akashic records. If you were holding on to a certain fate that was detrimental, because the Four of Coins is holding on to something and controlling it to your detriment, right? Holding on so tight that eventually you lose it with the Five of Coin. You've released this fate of holding on so tightly that you lose it, trying to control it, right? Holding on to the way you want it to be written. You've released the need to dictate time and method. Okay, time and method, which is really what I'm getting with this energy. It's really Taurean energy. Okay, super Earth, super Taurean energy. This could definitely be like Uranus retrograde, right? Because that's what's going on in Taurus right now. I think that, especially because it's sextiling on Hades, this is the ending, right? This is the transformation we're talking about, Sag. You're holding on now to an open book. You're freeing yourself of whatever karmic history would have been held on to and repeated, right? It's completely transforming, and the divine is pushing you towards miracles in a very emotional realm, okay? With the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, right? Water energy, and the Three of Cups. Same energy. So just know, whatever switch, click that you've made as far as choosing to create something beautifully different, to birth something beautifully different, you're going to be witnessing the miracle by the end of the month. You're going to be completely witnessing the miracle by the end of the month, by the time this energy is through. So Spirit, please, what is the guidance? What is the guidance? Really, allow yourself to be birthed, right? Allow this new reality to be birthed. Archangel Michael's just kind of like reminding me, you know, just to say it in my head out loud to you. It's, remember Remember what you're being gifted. Remember what you're being gifted because you chose to create better, right? You chose to transform heartbreak and create better. And so you're in an open free flow now for the universe to bring in miracle, especially if you're dealing with a divine masculine or your own divine masculine energy as far as taking actions, right, and seeing the bigger picture. The benefit of flow through confusion, right? Let the universe gift you with a miracle. So here we go. Spirit, what is the guidance for Sag for the month of September to best move with this energy, right? Because I can't even say get through it. It's great energy. Spirit, what card above all other cards does Sag need to receive at this time in divine time? They are catching this. In the world, not of the world. I believe Libra got this too, so you might have strong Libra placements in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Libra if that's significant for you. You might want to check out their video. This is, or their video, their September monthly. In the world, not of the world. Sag, you are very aware, especially with this energy. You're super aware of the fact that you're living a human experience, but that you have a greater consciousness outside of your body that is dictated by thought and feeling and wonder and fear and all of these different things that are in the unseen part of ourselves, right? We can't see our fear, we can't see our love, but we know it all exists, right? So we know we're a human form that we could physically see, but we're so much more than that. And that's what drives the experience. And so if you've tuned into that energy of flow, of trusting what you feel and sense, even if you can't necessarily see it, right? If you've been in this tunnel, this portal, this dark portal that you're coming out of, your consciousness is becoming very aware of how it creates. And so this, if you see how freeing that is, and all the fish are symbolic of money energy. And I'm just going to bring your attention back here to these dolphins, okay? Because this energy, I don't know how else to explain the actual, like, if there was a fountain, right? Because this is the visualization Michael's giving me, right? If you could picture the divine and as a fountain in the middle of a huge and vast, like, estate-like garden, right? Just this huge fountain in the middle of all this gorgeousness. And it's just flowing like diamond light out of it. And the divine allowed you to find the door to the secret garden. And you were able to walk through this door and not just witness the beauty of the consciousness that's been created, but actually touch it and be blessed by it. That's kind of how I'm reading this energy. You're creating something incredible. So whatever challenges you face throughout the month, where it might be tempting to go back into old patterns where, you know, you're thinking about what could be painful, hold on to the fact that you're not committed to painful. You're not committed to your ego that would make things painful. And as long as you can remember that you've chosen to transform thoughts that cause you pain and let go of control and commit to that child, that beginner's mind of, if I let go of everything, I have everything. You know what I mean? Like, having no expectations opens every door. Every door unlocks, and the universe can bring in whatever it needs to bring in to seriously bless you and teach you, like, you are the universe. You know what I mean? You are the universe, and you don't have to gruel over experience nearly as much as you thought. Right? Beautiful, beautiful energy. So Sag, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. If you want more from me, all of my information is in the description box below. Until next time, Divine Rebel Racey signing out. Remember always to love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.